We're doing the second phase of the making sauerkraut in eastern Lancaster County, and we're 7 weeks from when you saw the first phase of it, and now it's time to take the goods out and package it for our friends and family. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll talk a little bit about different things as we go along. With the fermentation process, the way we do it, it's very old school. This is done before refrigeration, and it works well for us. Keep it in a cold spot. We've had good success. My Bill Carnes, who knows more than me about this, been doing this for 50 years, and he's had good luck doing this type of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rock out first, which was the compression to help with the fermentation. The counter with the weight on top of it allows the cabbage to be compressed. Just take it and put it out of the way, and then I will take the leaves off the top. These are the outer leaves, some of which we use in the fermentation process. And you can see, I can feel, having done this for a number of years, I can feel if we have to dig down further for if the sauerkraut's good or not. And this, because we put extra leaves on there, during the fermentation, the water that came up through pushed around the leaves, and then when it went back down, the leaves filtered the less desirable parts of the fermentation process. So we don't have any slime on the top. Sauerkraut looks good, it feels good, and we can start our process of filling 1 gallon bags. So what we do is, my wife holds the bag, and it's nothing high tech. We've stripped the top leaves off. The quality of the sauerkraut from here going down is very good. So tonight what we're doing is we're probably filling about, I don't know, 15 1-gallon bags with sauerkraut, and I'm taking them with me tomorrow morning down to a plant. We have a plant in West Virginia, Martinsburg, West Virginia, and I give it to a lot of my friends down there who I've worked with over the last 25 plus years, and they absolutely enjoy it. So it goes into a cooler, and then it goes into the vehicle, and I drive down there bright and early tomorrow morning and give it out to everybody. Next week we'll be giving it out to even more people that are friends of ours. We have about maybe close to 30 gallons of sauerkraut here. The other remaining 44 went with the other guys who were in the process of making this. They took it with them, and they'll give it out to their friends and family. I give some to the man I buy the sauerkraut, cabbage off of. He's a local farmer. We don't have the pesticide issue to worry about with them. He just grows the cabbage, I go get it, and we make the sauerkraut. I want to thank everybody for all the views. We had over 45,000 views so far, a lot of good comments. I guess the first thing I learned was there are many, many, many ways to make sauerkraut. I don't think there's a wrong way. This is just the way we do it. We have fun doing it, that's why we do it. And all of it will be gone it'll be given out by January 1st. Talking about the shredder that I use cut-resistant gloves when I use that 120-year-old roughly shredder. It's my wife's family's. It performs great. I took it apart, sharpened the blades, and it probably works as good as it did the day it was made. And but myself and Joe use cut-resistant gloves because he's cutting out the cores and using a knife. It keeps everybody from getting injured. Very good process. There was some talk about we use iodized salt. So there was comments in there about using iodized salt, kosher salt. Everybody had a number of valuable comments that they shared. And we use the iodized salt, but I wanted to do some clarification. What There are two kinds of iodine. One is raw, which you're not going to have in salt, and the other is a processed iodine, which contains also contains the potassium in it. And potassium mixed with iodine, which goes into table salt, etc., does not impact the sauerkraut and the fermentation process. I just verified it last night with my buddy, who I call him the mad scientist. He's a microbiologist professor, and he said the processed iodine it can't do anything to the fermentation process. So we've had success, but I just wanted to provide my comments on it. Let's see what else. We like the salt we use. We use the finer salt, and we make a brine, and the crystals dissolve. We've never had clumping. We've even used coarse salt and never had clumping. So again, I think this goes to everybody's got their style of making sauerkraut, but I do know that the folks who we give it to, we haven't gotten any complaints. There was a comment about the cores. Well, that's one of those ones where there's many ways to make sauerkraut, and cores aren't our thing. We have a mixed opinion on that. Doesn't make us right, just that's how we see it. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is do a little taste test. Yes, my hands are clean. We're going to reach in and get a little bit, just give it just a little test, see how it is. It's good. Very tangy and sweet too. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be good with pork, and on the first of the year. So I'd like to say this is another successful sauerkraut operation. So thank you again, everyone, for checking this out.